Excellent.
I'm gonna have a panic.
Hey, Piggles is here. In the nick of time.
Ow.
Just waiting for the stream to come up on Twitch before I say anything silly. Hey.
Are we not already on Twitch?
We are. Yes, there we are. Right.
All right, everybody. This is, I believe, I'm almost positive it's episode 3. I'm so confident I didn't even look it up. And, yeah, this is episode 3 of The Common Company. Today, as far as I understand it, Charlotte will not be joining us. And everybody else should be here. However, is Peggles here yet?
He's
No.
on the Discord.
Oh, I heard him.
This is definitely episode 3. I can confirm that. And we are waking up from a long sleep. By we, I mean you.
I guess 6 months sleep at this point.
6 months. You have spent.
We hibernated.
You hibernated. Piggles, as the elf of the party, has spent the night awake while the rest of you are able to sleep. You was staying at a way station, just off quite a way off one of the turn-offs of the main road, because you were decided to avoid the stream of refugees that are heading towards the keep. The last thing you decided was that you was going to head towards the chapel and speak to Iron's uncle, the dwarf cleric who is in charge of the chapel and the only source of real religion in this valley. Or actually, as in a church religion, that's what I mean. Also, he is a renowned lawkeeper, and you're going there to find out information on why Lamashtu would want the Badger Man. So we'll leave it there with some Disney-esque music that they usually play when people are waking up, some sort of orchestral, like do 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 do, and you all wake up fresh and stretching. People who need to recite their spells and ask their various deities for new spells are praying. You are in what would be a large common room stroke inn. It is abandoned apart from you. These way stations are quite heavily fortified for a building. They're a one-story building with 3-foot stone walls. As you enter them, there is a customs area where the wagons coming down the main road would pick off and drop off messages, stores, anything that needed to go up and down the main road. So supplies for the main town, money, anything. And you also you'd give lifts to people who are transferring from various locations down to Trade Town or up to the main keep. In this area you're in, it's a huge open plan area that you're in. There is a fortified door in we're going to sort of say north, south, east, west, in the west wall, In the north wall is the secure storage area. That's where they keep the armor and the weapons for the people who are manning this station and things like that. You have access to all these doors. It is behind a stout wooden wall with a quite strong door in it, which you have probably already opened by now. There is a bar area and kitchen area and a locker, because these things would act as night sort of inns for people who got caught there overnight. They would have access to warm food and warm drink and be able to spread out on the floor, which is a proper wooden floor. It's not an earth floor or anything like that, or a covered in sawdust floor you'd find in most inns. These things are quite comfortable. Going through a light door in the east wall, you go to a kitchen area, which has a huge fortified door in its east wall, leading out to the stable area, which is just a paddocked area, earth with various sort of troughs and everything for food and water for horses. This is also empty. And there is the main storeroom to the north of the kitchen. It's just a light door that leads into a store which has got various foodstuffs and a well, a very big, deep well where you feel you can draw water from if need be. For anyone who's actually interested, there is a store of beer here, which is obviously the staple sort of drink of the valley, and people going by. It's weak trade beer, so it's the sort of beer that you'd give to children because it's safe to drink without having to boil the water. As much as the water here is glacial water and is therefore very crisp and clean, many of the people who are like visitors will still be drinking this trade beer as it's what they know and what they're used to. You have been spent the night in the main area. One thing I will say is there are no sort of big windows or anything in here letting light in. Light is actually supplied by various globes in the ceiling, which are magical and they have light spells on them. Natural light, there isn't really any coming in. There's no sort of open windows or shutters. There's a few arrow slits in the walls, but that's it. They are also covered over with boards. And there we have it.
I will sample this beer.
It's really weak. I mean, to your palate, you feel like you've just drunk water. It's like the taste of beer. I mean, if you're going on the proof scale, this is 0.5 proof, half a proof.
I spit it out.
All right. There are some spirits and things here, but nothing that's will compare to what's in Iron's barrel. I mean, which, to be honest, you've just woken up. You probably need to. You're probably a little bit hungover. Might need to speak to Iron to get your daily wake-up dose.
Some proper beer.
Or whatever you're creating in the barrel today. Remember, it's all up to you.
I walk over to Uldrog. Uldrog. I need some medicines this morning.
Remember, you've only got half a beak.
Grumble. I forgot the half beak. I mumble something to Uldrog to indicate that I require some special sustenance.
Ah, yes, I see what you mean. Uldrog brews coffee, because he's clearly... The crowd can clearly not speak.
I give him a dead-eye stare when he says coffee.
You're used to the fact that he is alcoholic.
Yes, I know.
Right.
Surely he can appreciate some humor as well.
Could it be Irish coffee? Pobza, you have gathered your stuff together. I'm assuming that you're all going to get your equipment on and everything, and you're starting to get yourself moving. As the resident ranger, I would like you to make me a D20 roll, please. Also, Piggles.
Can do that.
Piggles, you are sitting there with your flower, which you've been contemplating all day. The leaves suddenly shoot up, and it looks agitated.
I'm not adding anything to that D20, right?
Yes. If you can add your wisdom, please. Your wisdom modifier, not your whole wisdom.
14.
14. The hairs on the back of your neck have just prickled. You are used to sort of like this sixth sense, as it were, if when you're in the wilds, of something not right. If you'd rolled higher, you'd rolled higher, you would have got more details. But basically, the hairs on the back of your neck are just sort of prickled up. You feel like a cold chill go down you. You recognise in the past. This is sort of the sort of feeling you get of something. Maybe you've heard something, or you smelt something. There's something to set off your ranger senses.
Okay, how does one calculate one's passive perception?
I usually go with wisdom. So you roll a d20 and add your wisdom to it, unless it's a dead roll. So if it had been if you hadn't had a ranger with you, I might have asked this person with the highest wisdom to make just a flat roll with no modifiers on it.
I thought passive was something else. Like passive is what you always have perception-wise.
Yeah, but you add your wisdom.
I thought passive was just 10 in your wisdom.
10's your difficulty, but it doesn't matter at this moment. Which I've been reading so many systems, I'm probably getting them all confused. But I'm actually looking at it now. Yeah, it is 1d20 plus your wisdom modifier. There is a massive boom as something has struck the door in the right-hand wall, the main door. Dust and cobwebs and things come from the ceiling. I mean, this blow has shaken this whole building, which is like trying to shake a castle. You see
I'll stand up. I assume I'm just sitting down getting ready. I'll stand up and be more prepared now.
Right. You've got yourself a nice shiny new longsword. Are you going for a bow or a longsword at this moment as you're getting ready?
Bow. I have my bow ready.
Right, okay. Yep, you whip your bow out. That's a good idea. Crow, you have a drink in your hand at last. When you hear this earth-shattering boom, the dust falls off the ceiling.
It's too early for this. I'm invested in my drink for the moment.
Oh, the world can end in a minute. I'm going to finish this. Iron, you've just poured this. You're just putting all the hoses and everything back when you feel this noise more than hear it. It hits you in the chest. It was that powerful.
So a rumbling kind of thing.
No, it was definitely an impact.
Yeah, I think
Basically, what I'm trying to find out is what people's initial reaction is.
Yeah, you think someone should go check that out? Someone who isn't me, because I'm busy here.
I'm busy serving drinks. Okay, that's
your I've been promoted to barkeep right now. So.
Right. Piggles, you were quite a little bit more alerted to this than anyone else because of your flower. What's your first reaction when you hear this impact?
Just ignore it.
Okay, right, that's fair enough. You go back to contemplate. Obviously, flower is a new thing for you, and it's just I'll give it a little tickle. No worries. Video, you're the final person here, and also the meat shield of the party. I'm going to assume that the first thing you did when you got up was get your armor on and things. So you are now in a position where you're sort of probably doing up some straps and things like that when this blow hits the door.
Open the door.
Sorry?
I'm going to open the door.
You're going to open the door. Right, no problem. You advance towards the door. No problem. And I'm going to say that Charlotte gets her wand ready. As you're approaching the door, there is another crash, which rocks the door. You actually see some of the woodwork on the bar crack as it has just been moved. This whole thing's been moved, and you are in front of the door where it's got the wooden bar over it, and that appears to have been cracking as well when this second blow hits. Do you still want to open the door? You've got your axe ready.
They're obviously knocking to be let in. They should be met with a kind opening.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand that. I apologise.
We'll open the door with open arms.
Okay, you lift the bar, open the door, and two hooves, which were just about to hit the door, come flying through. They stop a couple of centimetres in front of you because they were expecting to hit a door before you. In front of you is a huge, mutated draft horse that you kind of recognise slightly. You can also see a second draft horse just making itself around the north side of the way station. This one was been trying to beat down the doors by standing with its back to it and kicking it with its back legs. But unfortunately, on a low roll, it just missed you. You are standing there with about to welcome it with open arms or open axe. It is in front of you. You have the initiative on this occasion. Anyone in the bar, I'm going to say that you watched the video making its way over to this door. You are all able to take an action now. So we'll start with video, who I am hoping will try and take a swing, maybe?
Her on the ground.
I'm having real difficulty understanding video. Can someone translate for me?
I missed it as well.
Same.
I honestly thought you said he's going to lay on the ground, but
I don't know. Like his previous lines have pretty much deafened me. So.
Video said give him 5.
give him 5.
In the Discord.
So
Okay.
we'll just have someone else in the order go.
No worries. Well, what I'm going to do is
Have we
I'm going to
rolled
say,
initiative.
yes, everyone roll initiative for me, please. Actually, no, I just said you've all got initiative. You've got one action you can use now.
I mean, I'll take a shot at it.
Okay, roll me a
I got
d20.
I'm ready to shoot. So.
Yep, you was prepped and ready to shoot. Make me a attack roll, please. To hit this horse's ass.
16.
16, that is good enough. Roll me some damage, please.
Oh, that was the wrong dice. Hang on. Oof. 4.
4
damage.
No, that is good. This arrow thunks into this horse's ass. Pus comes flying out. Oh dear. On to video.
Ew.
Who takes... I can hear you now, video. You've just taken a point of acid damage as a arrow thunks into this horse's buttocks and acid sprays out over your face.
Wait, the horse is vomiting acid?
No, the hole in the horse's ass has vomited acid.
Well,
This
that's
is a
not
new
an
hole, not the
improvement at all.
existing one that was there. So, next, we will go with Iron, who was putting stuff away. Your action.
Oi! No horses in the bar.
Right, okay. You quote rules. You quote rules at it. Are you going to prep
I
anything?
point at the doors like no shirts, no shoes, no horses.
No diving in the deep end. Yeah. Okay. No worries. You quote the rules at the horse.
And then I start fumbling through my backpack for some vials.
No worries. Yes, you can get. you've probably got vials already, in your belt ready to go, so you can get one of those ready. Crow, you're next to Iron. You've just jugged down a quite nice cocktail, probably a sex on the beach or something. He's mixed you up. You're feeling better.
I would like to shout at the horse, "It is too early for this! Go away!" And then I'll slowly back away and ready my crossbow, because I need an action to ready it, don't I?
No problem. Okay. I am going to say that Charlotte lets loose with a magic missile. Doing another 4 points of damage. And finally, we have Piggles, I believe.
Dang it.
Remember, you've got a vest full of throwing knives now. Because I remember you saying that's what you wanted to have. You throw a knife. Roll me a d20, please, Mr. Piggles, and add your attack to it.
Okay. Hopefully I remember how to do this. Nope, I fucked that up.
How badly did that fuck up?
It's 101 right now.
What? No, you roll a d20. What? How did you get 101?
Because I put the 1 in the wrong place. How do I roll again on this?
Yes, please roll. Yeah, because 101 would be a critical.
Luke. Okay, 20. You said add my dex?
Yep, okay, so that's a hit. Another a d6 for a throwing knife, I believe. Is now. Right, roll me a 1d6 for damage.
3.
3, excellent. This horse's ass is looking pretty peppered at the moment, but it's now his attack. He has sprayed acid all over Video, so he is going to hit him with his hooves. This is when you sort of notice that this thing has got 8 legs, not necessarily all in the place where you'd expect legs. So 2 hits. What's your armor class, Video? I'm assuming it's not 8. It's lower than 18. 16. Oh dear. Ooh, right. 4 hits with 4 hooves. And luckily, these don't do much damage. Right, everyone is up to full hit points, thank God, as Video goes flying across the room after being connected by 4 legs that come flying out through this door. He goes flying across the room and hits the wall opposite, taking 22 points of damage. We may need a healer, I should imagine.
I think I might sit this one out, fellas. I'm almost dead.
Right. Okay, so what's basically happened is you've opened the door and you have no horses. Then an arrow has come shooting past you. You see it thunk into this horse's ass. It then sprays acid over you, which made you lean forward. Nothing else really happened apart from a bolt of blue light hit this horse, and then 4 hooves suddenly shot out, and you went flying across the room. You had 4 hoof marks in the front of your armor, and probably the perfect horseshoe-shaped bruises in the front of your chest as well. As you slide down the wall and sort of slump at the bottom. How many hit points are you up to now?
2.
2. Oh, right. Oh, you're still conscious. You're still going. You also the only one who knows that there was another one walking round the north side of the way station. And that's this round over. You're now fully able to take your full actions now, move actions and everything, and you're ready to go. Iron and Crow, Video looks in a bad way. The front of his armor plate is very dented, and there appears to be sort of like he's got some sort of pus over his face, which was fizzing but is slightly stopped. He's also got blood coming out of his nose. He took a hell of a blow there.
Okay, I've got a question. It took us a couple of days to get to the way station, right?
Yes.
Did we have a chance? Did I have a chance to write any scrolls?
Yes, you got a chance in this way station. You got to roll 2 scrolls with up to first level spells. We say. So, pick 2 spells from your. I'm guessing they're going to be the cure spells with luck from your spell list, and that's the 2 scrolls that you managed to fill out.
Okay, cool. Are we doing initiative or?
Yes, please. If we could roll initiative, please. So, if everyone could do that.
Let's see if I can still figure it out.
I got a 1, so I got a 3. I have a 3 under my initiative.
Okay, I'm going to.
I didn't even notice. I forgot that there was even a horse here.
God damn it.
12.
12. Okay, that's good. Yes.
11.
Video asked how initiative is calculated.
D20 in your decks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, unless you have improved initiative, but that's only Charlotte, I think.
Yeah.
Hey, Pickles, can you do me a favor?
Hey Luke, I might be able to.
Can you type /Nick and then your name in the dice roller so that you're not Aldrich?
Yeah, in a second. I gotta do math here quickly. I got a
Crow is
6.
11. Okay.
You don't
6.
need to math. If you type in 1d20 plus your mod inside of the die roller, it will just add it up for.
Oh, that's sick.
Right, I think I've got that down now. Crow, you rolled a 6, didn't you?
I got 11 total, so
11
I must have rolled 8.
Right, I've probably written these down totally wrong, but right, first person to go is going to be Iron, then Video, Crow, Charlotte, Horse, Piggles, Pops.
All right.
Don't
Luckily
worry, I got this. And I just hurl one of the flasks at the horse.
Righty ho, you lob a flask at. What sort of damage is you doing on this flask? What is this one going to be?
The flask deals fire damage.
Fire damage, right.
It's more of a Molotov, remember?
A Molotov. Luckily, as I say, this is a secure room, so it's not got wooden. Well, it has got wooden floors, but they are very old wooden floors, so you shouldn't have any problems with that. You're level 3, so your bomb does 2d6 damage. Right, make me a hit roll. So roll for your throw.
16 against
16.
AC.
That is good enough to hit it, and then give me some damage.
10 points of fire damage. So, inferno of alcohol consumes the horse thing.
10 points of damage. No problem. Yes, his arse is on fire. Next we have...
Why the back? Why are we attacking the back of the horse?
Because he was
I can
kicking the
see
door
front.
down. He had his back towards the door, giving it a boot. So he was sort of giving it his full welly, as it were.
Gotcha.
But he does seem to be able to get all four of his strange legs in through the back door. The good thing is his arse is too wide to get through the door because he's a big sort of car horse.
Ogre, did you see Video's initiative?
No, I didn't.
He got a 1.
On his hit roll? Or his initiative?
On his initiative.
Oh, right. Okay. I didn't see that. Right. No worries. That's you two are going at the same time. Right, Crow, it is your go.
Well, first I back away, so I'm behind every single other person. Then I will use one of my scrolls on video.
Right, really, video's up against a wall, slumped on the floor, so you're backing over to the wall. Okay, what's the spell on the scroll?
Cure.
Cure light.
Yeah, cure light wounds 1d8 +1 per level, so 3, I think.
Righty ho, one second. I've just got a feeling that cure does you get to add. No, it's just your caster level. Yeah, sorry, I don't know why I thought you added your wisdom to it. No, okay, roll me that healing.
MB modern rules.
Yeah, not Pathfinder. We'll be doing 5th edition next, which is much more forgiving on the healing. Right, roll me some healing, and the video mark that down that you've Crow has come over and started to chant over you whilst holding a piece of paper, and it's like Popeye on his spinach. You suddenly feel a bit better, and
He gets 10 HP back. That's not bad.
that's bloody good, actually. Yeah, you feel much better. Crow has never touched you like this before. You liked it. Next, we have Charlotte, who I suggest is probably going to cast. I don't know what spell she's got, so I'm going to say Magic Missile, doing a whole point of damage. Wow.
Well, at least 2, right? Because the 1d4.
Going in the right direction. Now it's the horse's attack. Everyone has backed away from it, so he can't use his full 4 hooves. You can see he's trying to push his bum through the big door, or what remains of the door after video opened it. At which point his tail elongates like a. It's like, you know, in has everyone seen Abyss, where you've got the water when the alien takes over the water and it looks round, and it looks round out of the moon pool. It's like that. It's like a pseudopod has come whipping out of this horse's tail. It could have been lower, so I think it count yourself lucky. And he is going for. Actually, he's going to come whipping out, and he's going to go at the person he can see, which is Crow. Crow, what's your armor class?
15.
15. You have been grabbed, and you felt yourself being pulled off your feet. You take no damage, thank God, this round. He's not going to try and constrict you this round. But this pseudopod has wrapped itself round you and is pulling you back towards the door. It's at this point you hear a massive smack against the east door from the kitchen area, which you are aware of is a larger door than this one. We are now with Mr. Piggles. It is your turn. You have seen Crow bend over, touch some healing, or give video some healing, and then he's just been yanked off his feet by this tentacle pseudopod which came whipping out from this horse, which is trying to push itself through the door whilst being on fire, and is dragging Crow across the floor towards it.
I'm gonna run back like a pussy.
Okay. As you're doing that, that's a move action, so you still have an attack action if you want.
I'm gonna throw another knife.
You're throwing another knife. Right, roll, make me a hit roll. There is, from where you are, if you run backwards like a pussy, you can either run behind the bar in this room, or there is a door that leads to the east.
I'll run behind the bar.
Run behind the bar, no problem.
Hit
Right, you
roll,
throw your
just,
knife.
Which one's a hit roll again?
1d20, please.
I got a 12.
Okay, and then roll. No, that's not enough. You see your dagger disappear into the burning, through the burning back of the horse, and disappears. Just
add your dex.
Through it.
Add your dex, Piggles.
Oh, that's a 16 then.
Oh, that'll hit. Yeah. Okay. That thunks into his buttocks. Was it D6 for that? Right. Roll me some damage, please. 1d6.
It's another 3.
Another 3. Going in the right direction. Acid sprays out again. It's gonna. I'm gonna roll. Someone roll me a dice on the thing so I cannot be accused of cheating. If he rolls a 20, it actually hits Crow as he's being dragged towards him. Because it's really got a spurt on this thing.
15.
15. You had one job. One job. That was it. That's all I gave you. Was one job to roll a 20 and you failed. Acid splashes on the floor as this dagger hits this horse's ass and it fizzes and spits as it starts eating through the floor. And we are now at Pobser and Video, who are going to take actions at the same time.
How bad does the horse look messed up, or does it look fine?
As your knowledge of horses' buttocks go, this one does not look good. But it's mutated to hell. I mean, it's already got sores and lesions all over it. It's not the normal glossy brown you'd expect from the draft horses. It does look vaguely familiar. Some of the tack it's still wearing looks very familiar to you. But it's doesn't look healthy. I will say that. I suddenly just remembered you're a ranger, so
yeah. If it's possible, I would like to take a shot at the tail pulling Crow.
Okay, right. You take a shot at the pseudopod. I'm going to say that you don't get to add anything. This is a straight D20 because it is a flashing around target.
Well, then that's a miss because that's a 7.
Oh God, I was hoping for a 1. Your arrow thuds into the floor as this tentacle's like slapping up and down on the floor and round as it's dragging Crow, who I should imagine is panicking, towards the door. It's buried into the floor and now we are on Video, who is feeling better and probably quite smug that it was Crow that he got grabbed and not him.
Grab the tail.
Didn't hear that.
Grabs the tail.
You grabbed the tail. Okay, roll me a D20 to grab the tail. So this is a straight D20. You can add your strength modifier to it as you are leaping forward to grab hold of this thrashing tail. Tail pseudopod.
You rolled a 7. I don't know what his strength mod is, but you rolled a 7.
It's not going to be enough. Video leaps forward in a heroic effort to save Crow and sprawls on the floor as this Crow just gets jerked out of his reach as he sort of in mid-dive. Video, the only thing you can see is Crow's wild, crazed, fearful look that will haunt you for the rest of your days if he dies now. And that is the end of this round. We will start the round again with Iron. What you can see is Crow being dragged. He is on the horse's action. He is going to be within kicking distance or even hugging distance of the horse's bum. Video is sprawled on the floor after leaping over. He's not lost initiative for anything because he didn't roll a 1. He just dove forward. So his next action is going to be able to act as normal. Piggles is nowhere to be seen. And Missy is waving her wand at it after shooting at it. And Pobser is probably reloading his bow. What is your action?
Are Crow and Video looking hurt?
Crow not so hurt. Video definitely, yes. I mean, this is a heroic action that he's leaping after him. As much as Crow has done a really good healing on him, you saw him wince and heard the crack of his ribs that are broken as he landed on the floor trying to leap at the pseudopod. He is in a bad way still. he probably does need help, especially if he's going to do something heroic.
Well, heroic or not, foolish perhaps.
Well, mind you,
I'll go over.
everyone does know that he did open the door for this thing, so you
Yeah,
could
that,
actually
that
also
was
say,
pretty foolish.
how forgiving are you feeling?
I'll go over to him, well, to Video.
Yep.
And give him a potion of cure light wounds as well.
Right, no problem. Okay, you thrust that into one of his hands, so as in his on his go, he's got a choice of using that or taking a move. He's got to use one action to drink that, but that is no problem. You do that. Next, we have Crow. Crow, this thing has grabbed you. You can hear your leather armor and your cloak hissing as this thing has obviously got some sort of acid on it. It is feeling really tight round your chest and is dragging you in a fast, jerky way. You're banging on the floor, then you're up in the air. It's obviously got some strength in this thing because it is lifting you like you weigh nothing. You've been smashed into the bars on the secure storeroom, and it's you know that next round you're going to get a hoof to the back of the head, or this round, sorry, you're going to get a hoof to the back of the head if you can't do something. It's got you round. It's got you round your waist. You have got your arms free.
Okay, I pull out my holy symbol, necklace with a blue book on it, grasp
Yep.
it, and I cast Sanctuary on myself.
Sanctuary. Okay, I just need to have a quick look to see what that does. Because I've got a feeling that's what I think it does. It's Sanctuary, right. Oh, I must attempt a wall send.
Opponents can't attack you, you can't attack.
That sounds an absolutely genius thing to do. Right, he's got to make a willpower save. Right.
Or beat DC Wisdom 15.
Yeah, no, don't worry. I've made a roll. You have cast Sanctuary, and you feel the power of your deity gently sort of flow through your body. Your deity is with you. You have nothing to fear. Missy's going to fire another magic. Actually, I don't know what other spells Missy's got. I'm going to say she's going to throw a dagger at it now because
she put all of them for you in the Discord.
Oh,
they're all in the Discord.
Oh, right, I didn't see that. Right, okay, yep, another missile then. Right. One of its legs comes flying off with this magic missile that hits it, which erupts in a huge gout of acid. The people who can be hit, that's 3 of you. Okay. 1 to 2, someone makes a roll for me on there. 1 to 2 iron, 3 to 4 crow, 5 to 6 is going to be Video. So someone could roll me a d6 on there, please.
6.
6. Okay, Video. You have been hit by this spray of acid, taking 5 points of damage. As this leg gets pulled straight off, and the gout just comes spraying out. Now it's the horse's turn, and it wrenches Crow towards it. You see it's going to go and try and do a kick, but it can't seem to bring its legs up. It's like it can't go through with it. But he has dragged Crow onto the buttocks, which is going to be very, very hot because it's on fire and acid. So, Crow, you take 8 points of damage, of burning damage, and make me a d20 roll not to catch fire.
16. Do I add anything to this?
No, that's fine. You, because obviously you're probably the most flammable person here, next to Iron. Obviously, spilling coffee down yourself has made you slightly moist. You have not caught fire yet, but you are. You've been dragged onto the back of this thing. You get the impression that you are not going to be held here, that it's getting ready to do something else. The tentacles the pseudopod has tightened round you, but your sanctuary spell worked. It wasn't able to get a good kick in. Piggles, it is your turn. You're behind the bar. You're sat there. You've got an array of drinks in front of you as you're sat down here, and like the safety deposit box is there. You can hear crashing and screaming on the other side of the bar.
Okay, I got a question. We're
Yeah.
looking at the horse's ass, right?
Yeah,
Can I throw a knife into its asshole?
you definitely can. Yeah. Make me a. Normally you can't call the shot, but you can make me a D20 if it's high enough. Then yes, you can give it a clonic with an iron clonic.
Am I adding anything to this?
Well, it'd be just straight dex. So yeah, wisdom plus your wisdom. A D20 plus your dex.
I got 8.
8. Okay, that's not enough to hit Crow. You lob another. You obviously snapshot was not your thing, so you stood up, thrown a dagger, and I take it you're going to whip back down again.
Yes.
You hear a thud, but no screaming, so you think you've missed. Now we're up to Pobza. Crow
Oh
is
boy.
Crow is being pulled. Has been pulled into the burning area of this. You're surprised that it didn't try and kick him. It looked like it was about to. You was ready to sort of see him get kicked in two, and it didn't happen. It's almost as if the horse stuttered before it could try and get this attack off.
Do I have anything? Oh no, I don't. I guess I'm just gonna shoot another arrow at it.
Right, D20.
Uh, 14.
14. That is enough to hit. Roll me some damage, please.
That is 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage. The horse collapses into a puddle of goo. It deflates
Gooey horse. Ew, gooey horse.
in a puddle of gooey, flaming, hissing, spitting slime. Crow, I'm going to give you a saving throw. I want you to make a reflex save, so D20 plus your dexterity and any other modifiers you've got for a reflex save to not fall into the acidy, burny glue.
Eight with a +4 modifier.
You splash. You are in the goo. Next round, you're going to start taking damage. Finally, we have Video, who has been given a flask, a small bottle, by Iron containing healing potions. You have seen this horse basically just flow out looks like a jelly now on the floor. And Crow has just landed inside this puddle, which is slowly creeping out because there's a big old horse. So this puddle is slowly entering the room, but it has no form now.
Door left to close it.
Sorry.
Pry open. Is it still there or did it break?
The horse is not lit. Basically, it's dead, and then what you're looking at now is just the jelly that was inside it, the acidic jelly, and it's now sort of flowing everywhere. It can't hold its form anymore with the amount of damage it's taken. So there's no consciousness there. There's nothing really to attack. It's just that the Crow is sitting in the middle of an acid puddle at the moment, a burning acid puddle. Also, you're the only one where the other was heading.
Are we dead?
Yeah, I think it's dead, isn't it? In
What's
light
that?
of can't hear video.
No, I can't hear him either.
Video, speak to us.
Yes. Hello?
Yeah, we can just about hear you.
I'm going to assume you're going to drink the potion, which will give you 1d8 of hit points back.
And free.
Hello?
Hey, you're still quiet, but we can sort of hear you.
Want to close the door.
You want to close.
Ah,
That will involve stepping into this puddle of ooze. But you can definitely take a move action to head over there. But I would suggest one of the actions you take is drink this potion and roll a. I'll say you get 8 hit points back.
So I'll take the potion.
okay.
So you now got that move action, so you can move towards the door, but you are going to be to actually get to it. You will have to step into this puddle.
I guess I can, or I'll just look at it solemnly.
Right. Okay. You're not going to move forward. That's no problem. Makes total sense to me. And we are on the third round. Iron, you have seen video chug back this potion, and it looks like he's really on the road to recovery now. The horse has turned into goo. Oh, before this happens, you hear the back doors crack. There's an immense thump, and you hear the sound of splintering iron. And
I suggest we stay away from the doors this time.
between what's through that eastern door, like the thin wood internal door, is the kitchen.
Oh, wait, sorry. So the thing is in the kitchen.
It's definitely kicked down the kitchen door, so it's in there with you. And that kitchen door was a big door. That was where they brought all supplies in and out.
Well, shit. Get away from that door. Get ready for it.
You turning ready. No problem. Next we have Crow. Crow, you are sat in a puddle of acid.
Okay.
You take 3 points of damage. I'm going to need but you're no longer being constricted by this pseudopod.
Okay, so got a quick question. How much do I know about Lizard's abilities as a cleric?
Very little. It's I mean, you can sort of say that even that you don't trust magic users up to you just sort of know that their spells come from a different source to your own. But apart from that, you really don't know much about Lizard's ability, what she's done and what she can do. You've seen her cast magic missile a lot, but that's really it.
Oh, this is gonna hurt. Okay, I'll use half my movement to get up, as much of my movement as I've got left to move out of the acid pool,
Okay,
and
yeah.
then I'll use one of my scrolls on myself.
Right. Okay, so you push yourself out the acid pool. Basically, you stop, drop, and roll out the acid pool, and you move out the way. And you're going to use one of your healing scrolls on yourself. That's fine. So make me the healing. You are now out the acid pool and not on fire, which is a bonus. So get your healing done, and that is fine. Next one
God
is,
damn it!
how much did you roll?
6.
Could have been worse. Right, I've just looked up Mrs. Spells. Mrs. Spells, that's no problem. Okay. Right. Next one will be the other horse. The adjoining door between the kitchen and this one gets broken in. It just comes flying off its hinges across the floor into the bar. Oh, where Piggles is hiding.
Son of a bitch.
Piggles, you was gazing over the bar. This door just hits you square in the face as it comes flying off its hinges. You don't take any damage, but the shock of it has just smacked you in the head. Everyone else in the bar, in here, you turn to see a second horse. Well, it come trotting into here with murderous intent. It is covered in sores and scabs. The tack you recognise as being one of the horses from the wagons you was using on the way down to Trade Town. It has multiple legs, again, not necessarily in the places you was expecting. It's also got 2 pseudopods coming out of its shoulders. Its action was just to kick that door down and enter the room. So now there is a huge horse in the room. This room is not big enough for this thing to stand up. Its head would touch the roof if it even tried to stand upright properly. It's a big old thing, and it stinks. But now we have Piggles.
I'm gonna move away from the bar.
The only way you can move away, you're up against a wall here, is to move towards it.
I'm gonna move towards it then.
Okay. You vault over the bar, and you're now quite close to it. Probably within stabbing distance.
Okay, good. That was my question.
You had a short. You've got a short spear, or you've got a short sword. You can use either of those to stab it.
Stab it with the sword.
Right, no worries. You stab it short. Roll me a d20 to hit. D20 plus your strength modifier, please.
Oh no. You can't roll a 0, right?
Oh, you've got minus. So, what did you actually roll? What was the flat roll?
I rolled a 2. My strength modifier is -2.
You didn't roll a 1, so you didn't drop your sword or anything. You've pulled your sword out. The stench has made you gag, and you put your hand over your mouth. You have got your sword out, though, so next round you will be in that position, but you just didn't make the attack. Pobbs, your go. You've seen Piggles leap out heroically, for him, to be honest, from behind the bar and draw his sword. He then throws up in his mouth. And then he's standing next to this horse.
Man, is there like a table I can flip over and sort of put in front of it so that it has to struggle to keep moving forward into the room?
There are tables here, so you're going to sort of push one of the sort of eating tables in front of it to like as a barricade maybe between you, or
yeah, sort of as like a buffer between everybody else and the horse, besides Pickles obviously, but everybody else and the horse.
No worries, you can do that. That's definitely a thing. So make me a strength roll, please.
Just a flat
Thank you, dear.
D20 in strength.
Just a flat just flat D20 to do that. That's no problem.
21.
You kick over one of the long bench style tables and boot it. It is now forming a barrier between you and this jelly-filled horse. And you are to take an action. It's now going to have to try and either step around, over, or destroy this table to get to you. Apart from Piggles, who is still standing next to it.
And then, just a question is the table long enough where I couldn't reach over it with the longsword, or could I reach it with a longsword?
Oh, yeah, you could definitely reach it with You could reach it with a longsword. You could shoot it with your bow, whatever.
I guess that's it, unless that was not my action, but I assume that was my action.
You've got a move action.
No, I'm going to just stay on the other side of the table away from the horse.
No problem. Right, my food's just arrived, so if you hear slobbering, I apologise. But It is delicious. Probably because I didn't cook it. Last person to go is Video.
Tackle the horse.
Tackle?
Yes.
Okay, roll me a... you're going to use your move action then to charge the horse, and then a d20 plus your strength to try and take its legs out, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Roll me a d20 then, please.
That's 8.
Right. That's not high enough. You come screaming out from behind Pobser, who is just aware of your shape as you vault the table that's in front of it to hit the legs. This thing is so powerful. You hit the side of it and just slide off. Unfortunately, that you will have touched it at this point, so you're going to take some acid damage, I'm afraid. You take 2 points of acid damage as you hit the side of this horse just above his sort of where his shoulders were, and just slide off. But very heroic. And that's the end of that round. We are now back to... This is lasting a long time. We are now back to the new round, and it is Iron. You had just done some healing on Video. He's looking a bit more healthy, and then he suddenly leaps up, goes running across the room, screaming his lungs off, and leaps at the horse. And then there's like a squelchy thud as he hits it. This horse is massive. It's got the 2 pseudopods, and it is looking murderous at the moment. If a horse can look murderous. And it's your go.
Well, I think we can all agree there's only one option here.
Is
I
that
say as I
retreat?
just chucked. I say that as I
Burn
just
the
chucked
house
some
down?
random beer from the bar. It's like,
Emigrate?
and that's what?
Emigrate to somewhere safer.
Well, no, that's what Crow does. He emigrates to safe places. Anyhow, I lost my train of thought. Oh yes, I just drink one of the random beers from the bar.
But
Winks a
you're
bit.
not near. You're not near the bar. Actually, the bar is a little way away from you.
Oh, well, that's inconvenient.
You could drink one of your mutagens from your pouch.
Yeah, I could do that, but I was going to make a joke about the beer tasting bad.
Sorry.
That's fine. Well, there's only one thing to do. We have to kill this thing before it kills us, and
Good
turns us
plan.
all into that acidic piss over there. And I will throw another one of my burning things at it.
No problem. Right, so, roll me a d20 with your dex as your attack roll, please.
Of course. A 9. Against touch AC, so it might be.
Okay. This thing hits the side of this thing, which is like a jelly, sort of a thick skin of a jelly, and it doesn't explode this time, and it just lands at Video's feet. Video is probably quite surprised to find this vial land at his feet, especially after the last one he saw actually gave him healing, but this one's a different colour, so hopefully he won't drink it next round. I should have shut up, really. He'd have drunk it next round. Now we have Crow, who has rolled out of the acid, and his clothes are beginning to tatter and fizz and hiss and spit and fall off. I'll leave you to decide if that's the front or the back that's slowly being eaten away. But you are probably in a kneeling position. Watch as this other horse comes bounding through the door. You see Video leap through the air and just smack off the side of it, and then Iron throws one of his potions at it, but that just gets bounded off its soft, spongy side. On
Okay.
one side of it, you can also see Piggles is standing there.
How close am I to this thing?
We're about 10 foot away.
Can I get further away without re-aciding myself?
No, not from where you are. I mean, there's a secure storeroom sort of behind you. You could, if you could get through the door of that, you'd be quite a way away from it. Otherwise, you're always going to be 10 foot.
Okay, I'm gonna have to let you decide how this works. Okay, what I would like to do is I would like to just shout at it, enough! Then I'm gonna use channel divinity. I'm gonna do channeling, energy channeling it's called.
Channels it. That's one of your class powers, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 2d6 of healing for allies, and I don't know whether or not it also does damage. If it does damage, I don't think I can do it because
No, you can't.
Sanctuary's still in effect, and I can't attack.
Yeah, no, it won't do any healing to the horse or damage to the horse because it's not undead and it's not negative. It is a pure jelly. It is a jelly horse.
Okay, that's
Right,
cool.
so 2d6 to everyone who's got damage, roll 2d6 and heal that amount. And then ponder why Crow never done that before. Crow has just gone full Gandalf on this thing.
Oh, actually, can I actually do this through my magical beer mug? So everyone gets an extra +1 as well.
Yes.
Error
You
also.
brandish your beer mug at it as you yell, enough! And, well, actually, enough! Because you've still got half a beak. And a glow appears from around your feet and just essences out and touches everyone.
So everyone add a +1 to wherever you roll.
Cool beans.
And now we have Missy, who's going to. I'm going to say Missy is going to retreat to the secure storeroom because she's probably out of spells by now. So she opens the door and walks into there, so she's far away from everything and safe. Now it's the horse. Now he's got an issue here. He has got Piggles standing next to him and Video standing next to him. So if someone can roll me a d4, 1, 2 Video, 3, 4 Piggles.
2.
Oh dear. Right, Video, he's going to attack you. I'm going to say he's going to do 2 kicks. Right, first one, I mean, was your arm class 16, did you say? Sure, he said 16. Yes. Right, first one missed. Second one hits for 4 points of damage. This kick hits you straight in the face. He's now going to do a pseudopod attack against people in the back, which is Pobser, Crow, and Iron. So, right, can someone roll me a d6? 1, 2 Pobser, 3, 4 Crow, 5, 6 Iron. Because the good thing is, what? Okay, 2 pseudopods come whipping out towards Pobser. Oh dear, 20. Pobser, you have been grabbed round the arms and you have been jerked off your feet towards this thing. You're close enough that your legs smash into the table as you come past, and you're now face to face with it. And it's going to lick you.
Ah.
This long, slobbery tongue comes whipping out. Your arms have been pinned to your side.
Get out your rape whistle quickly.
Bad touch, bad touch, bad touch.
Who's Iraq in chat in our party?
Piggles.
Piggles, you only rolled 1d20, mate. You need to roll 2d20 for healing.
D6.
Oh,
Yeah.
so yeah, with d6. Sorry.
Right.
I thought I couldn't go past where I was on normal health.
Oh no, you can't. It's only up to your maximum.
yeah, that's
health.
why I just rolled the 1.
Pobs, this tongue sort of licks out, and from your chest up past your head, you feel this. It feels like it's burning for weeks. You feel like this thing has just like taken weeks to get the journey from one end to the other of from your chest upwards. You take 6 points of acid damage as this tongue. Well, yeah, it licks you. There is no other way of saying it. You also take 2 points of crushing damage as these 2 pseudopods crush round your arms. The good news is it's now your go.
Oh, sweet. Nice. It's I'm completely wrapped. I can't move much or anything, right?
You could try
I can't
and
reach my sword.
roll me a d20. Let's see.
Any modifiers?
No, you're doing a straight strength against strength.
16.
That's good. I rolled 1.
Oh.
With a huge effort, you flex your mighty arms and burst out of this pseudopod. You basically push your arms through these things so they splash onto the floor. Oh, that may not have been the best action, actually. Yeah.
Because acid damage.
Yeah. So who's next? So it's all 3 of you make reflex saving throws. That's Piggles, Pobza, and Video, please. As Pobza manly rips his pseudopod in 2 with just using the power of his biceps.
Adding dex for that, yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes, please.
16.
That's good enough.
From me.
Rolling a d20, I'm assuming.
Yes, please. Yeah.
Do I need to roll this as well?
I got a 13.
You're not close enough, I don't think, are you? You're not in combat distance, hand-to-hand combat distance, are you?
Oh no.
No, you're fine then.
17.
17. That's good enough.
Jesus Christ, I got the lowest out of everyone.
What did you get?
13.
13. You take some acid damage as this acid splashes up your side, doing 3 points of damage.
Thank God Crow just healed that.
Yeah. And Video, it is your turn now. You are face to face with this thing. At your feet is a flask of a sort of red liquid that you saw Iron throw at it. Its acid is beginning to sort of encroach towards this. The puddle acid from the ripped tentacle is beginning to spill out and approach it quite quickly. You're fully aware. You bounce off the side of this thing, but it hasn't sort of knocked you. Of course, you can take a normal set of actions. So move, attack, stop this bottle getting eaten by acid,
I pick up the bottle.
drink it. No, don't drink it.
I was going to slap it against the horse.
You're going to smash it against the horse with your hand, yeah?
Yes.
Right. So that's what you want to do. No problem. Make me a D20 strength roll, and if I'm honest, I want you to pray that you get a 1.
It was 11. Did you hear that?
11. Right. Pobza, Video, and Piggles, if you all want to clench at this moment, it's probably a good idea. As Video picks up this file with one hand, smashes it hard against the side of this horse. Now, this is one of the things that blew up on the other horse. It's one of Iron's special recipes. It explodes. Each of you are going to take 1d8 damage. I will allow, as it's Iron's potion, Iron, make me a 1d8 roll, please. As napalm, basically, bursts out this thing But also the horse is going to take damage as well. So the horse takes 5 points. That's awesome. And then I want you all to make your reflex saving throw to not be on fire. Oh, the horse has made his reflex saving throw and has leapt away. The horse leaps back through the door into the kitchen, or the ruins of the door.
I got a 17 on my reflex.
Okay, so you've just taken damage from the initial napalm, but you're not on fire. That's fine. Piggles?
Got a 12.
12? Okay. You are on fire, I'm afraid. And finally, video.
I said Pickles hasn't spoke yet.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry, you're on fire. Oh, I'm getting confused. Right, Piggles. So, unfortunately, video, you're on fire. It won't start affecting you to the next round.
What am I adding to this?
It's just a reflex saving throw, so it's a D20 plus your dexterity modifier.
I got 20.
Excellent. Right. You daintily dance out the way as only a drow can do. And the horse rears up. It hasn't got room to rear up. Basically does this sort of backwards leap back through the door. So this thing is in the kitchen. As we end this round. Missy is in the secure storage area. Safe. Pobza, Iron, and Video are about 5 foot from this door, where the horse has just bounced through. There is flaming napalm-like fluid and acid all over the floor in front of you. Piggles, you have managed to leap back slightly out of it. So has Pobza. You've taken a step back, so you're not standing in the acid this round. So it's the fire and everything is spreading. So next round you're going to have to make a move. Unfortunately, Video, who is not taking acid damage, is taking fire damage, or will be this round, as his arm is engulfed in flames from this napalm. But first off, it is Iron's turn.
Well, not entirely certain now. I was kind of hoping it would be dead by now.
No one's actually hit it yet.
Well, yeah, I know, but still. That's the whole point. I was kind of hoping you would do a better job at killing it.
Everyone's sort of been doing human battering rams at it so far.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Behind Video and Piggles, of course, is the table that, not Piggles, and Pobza, is the table that Pobza kicked towards it. So at your back is this table, so it's quite an easy jump to get out of the acid and get behind something solid.
I'm just going to look at the large wooden stick I have. If I have to do it myself, I will.
The horse has retreated. The horse itself has retreated into the kitchen area.
Then I advance slowly towards the door, holding a club, and basically looking into the kitchen.
Are you going to get behind the table or step round it? The table lying sideways on.
Just around it.
Okay, you move around it. No worries.
I'm still pretty much smaller than the table, so over it isn't really an option.
No worries. You move up to the side of the door, probably peer around, and you can see this ugly horse in the kitchen. It has got room to stand up. It is massive. It's bigger than you remember it being when it's pulling your carts. One of the tentacles on its shoulder is just gushing acid out onto the floor in a spray that's going over the walls and everything in there. And it looks pissed, but it is not on fire. It is just got this acid spray coming at you, and it looks at you, but it's not its action yet. You have an attack action if you want to take it, but you're not close enough yet to wobble a bit with a club. To actually hit it with your club, you're going to have to go in the room with it.
Well, I'm not going with it. I mean, we have other people who are better at this. I'm just trying to, I guess, motivate them into action.
Okay, so you're leading example up until the point you actually set the example. Crow, it is your turn.
So how bad does everyone else look?
They look bad. The person who looks the worst are the people that are on fire, though you are vaguely aware of the acid that is actually eating up Pobbs' face, where his tongue licked him.
I haven't been keeping a track. What are their HPs at the minute? Does anyone remember?
I haven't been keeping track either, so
I'm fine. Really.
What about video and video always needs help. What about Pickles?
I'm
think people
about
do it.
halfway dead.
Iron?
I'm fine
Mm.
for now.
At the moment, Iron is the person most furthest forward, nearest this thing at this time. You can hear this horse going nuts in the kitchen area.
Is video actually KO yet? Actually,
No, I don't think he is actually. I think he's still alive. Thankfully, your 2 lots of healing. He got quite good rolls on those.
fine. I will announce to my fellow wardens: do better, and do another channel divinity.
Okay, everyone, gain your 2d6 hit points, please. With waving your mug at them.
Yes, I am.
2d6 plus 1. So everyone gets some hit points back.
I go from full.
We just take
full.
we take what Crow rolls. We don't actually roll, right?
You can roll.
You can roll. Yeah, it's better if you all roll
Oh.
individually, I think.
Okay.
It'll just give you a higher chance. It doesn't really make a difference.
Also, I think it's sort of Crow is the pinpoint for the job.
It's basically AOE.
I also got a 6.
I'm back at full health.
But basically, Crow, you're going to stay where you are, yeah?
Unless I can get any further away. If I can get further away, I'm going further away.
The only way you could do that is to go into the secure storeroom with Missy, with Charlotte.
No, I need line of sight to heal.
No problem. You can you can head towards the bar. That's there.
Can I head towards the bar and duck beneath it?
Yeah, you can dive over the bar. You dive over the bar to where Piggles was. Sitting on one of the shelves underneath the bar is a pot plant with a flower in it. Or a pot with a flower in it. The flower you recognise from off the road.
Do I detect anything from this flower? Is it like drawing these creatures in?
Oh, no. It is... I want you to imagine this. Do you remember Bellsprout from Pobbs' Pokemon stream?
Of course I do. Bellsprout is awesome. Bellsprout is life.
That's how I'm envisioning this flower. Enthusiastic. Animated.
Okay, I gotta ask. Is the flower like a baby Groot sort of thing?
You could think of it that way, yes. It is definitely intelligent, that is for sure. And it likes Piggles a lot.
It should like me as well, because technically it's been getting healed all this time.
No, because birds eat flower seeds and things like that. If anything, it distrusts you.
Bible thump is all I have to say to that.
You get the impression it's glaring at you. You're behind this bar. Round you are weak barrels of pissy water beer.
Are there any spirits?
There are, yes. There's acid. There's some cheap spirits. This wasn't a place to get slozzled. It was a place of, just if someone was caught overnight, they could have a drink and basically be gone in the morning.
Well, I've already taken my action, so if I can do a bonus, I'll swag a bottle.
Okay, yep, you swag a bottle of the most expensive looking bottle of spirits, because that's obviously going to be the best one there. And we shall move on to horsey action. We shall now get some horse action. He is in this kitchen going nuts. He has got acid spraying out of one of his shoulders where the pseudopod was ripped off. And from here, he can see the table where Pobza and Video are standing in front of. He probably can't from this angle see Piggles, I should imagine, but he can see Iron's head.
Barely,
So
I assume.
I shall roll. Can someone roll me a d6? 1 to 2 Iron, 3 to 4 Piggles, 5 to 6 Pobza, please.
6.
Why does this always end up with Pobza? Have you noticed that?
Pause
Yeah,
there,
we can just
video.
save time by making it always pop.
Yeah. When in doubt, Pobza.
But why?
Oh, Ogre.
Because if we keep doing video,
by the
he's
way,
gonna die.
Yeah.
Sanctuary wore off last round, so I am technically attackable again for hostile action.
It was only. Yeah, that's a good point. Yep, no worries. Right.
Bring it on,
He
horse!
is going to flick out his remaining pseudopod at Pobza, which
Bring it on, horse!
he has turned into a spiked pseudopod. It's now covered in spikes. Oh, for
Oh, it feels good!
right. On a 1, this pseudopod comes whipping out. Pobza definitely sort of sidesteps, and it smacks into the table where it embeds itself, and the spikes are there. The horse then tries to pull it in, which pulls the table towards it. Reflex saves from Pobza and Video, please. Actually, also Iron, could you make a reflex save?
Well, I could potentially do it, but do I really have to?
There's a door heading to a table heading towards you at a violent rate of knots.
I got a 14.
That's good enough. You can either sidestep or vault over the table.
I will vault the table.
I have 11.
11. Was that Iron or was that Video?
That's me, Iron.
Iron. Okay. That is not good enough. The table is going to hit you as it hits the door, doing 1d6 damage. You are gazing at this horse going, oh my God, why aren't the fighters here? They're standing behind me. When crunch, this table smacks you in the back of the head. You are now crushed up against the wall with this table. Everyone else can see this little pair of legs sticking out next to the door behind this table. Kicking up against the wall. The only thing that stopped you taking more damage was the fact your barrel is incredibly strong. I could actually make a roll to see if Crow goes into a frenzy because the barrel's cracking. Right, Piggles. No, Video. What did you do? What did you get?
You got a 14.
14. Okay. Did he vault the table or did he sidestep it? He could do either. Sidestep. Right, you two sidestep this table quite deftly, and you see this thing smacking to the door. On this side of the table, you can see about 3 spikes poking through this 2-inch wooden table surface. So this thing was moving, and it's yanked it towards the door. You hear a whinny of rage from the kitchen area. You also hear a whimper of pain from behind the door. I keep saying door, I mean table. From behind the table, and you can see these little leather boots kicking, and the sound of a straining barrel as it's trying to resist being crushed by a table. And we shall go for Pobza's action.
I mean,
The door is effectively blocked now.
so oh my God.
You can see over it.
I mean, if I can see over it, I guess I'm going to shoot an arrow into the horse.
Excellent. Right, make me a hit roll as you whip out an arrow and thunk it into this horse.
17.
That's a hit. Roll me some damage, please.
9.
Oh, brutal. Nice.
Sorry, 8. 8.
Doesn't matter. Either way, either's good. You, in pure Legolas fashion, you draw your bow, let loose an arrow in one fluid motion, and this arrow hits this thing straight in the forehead. Acid spurts everywhere, but he's far enough away that it's not going to touch anyone. And now a video.
Well, I would like to move if I can.
Oh, sure. Which way are you going to move? You got.
If I back up, do I have any room to back up at all, or?
Yes, without eyes in the back of your head, yes, you can definitely sense that you can back up from this position towards the east wall area.
And would I still be able to see through the door in that spot?
Yes, you can back up in such a way that you are straight through the door in the sorry. So you're going to back up towards the west wall with an idea of looking towards the east wall, yeah, the east door.
Yeah, I want to look. I want to back up as far as I can without stepping in that acid.
Oh,
And,
you bastard! That's what I was
And try to keep a line on the door. So whatever that is, 5-10 feet or.
No, yeah, it's about 10 feet, 10, 15 feet. Right, okay, you definitely back up and avoid the acid by looking down. I was hoping you wasn't. I really had this view of you standing in it. And we have video. The table that was sort of protecting your bum has come whipping past. You definitely sidestep it as your fighter senses kick in and you're aware of attack from behind. It goes crunching into the door and poor Iron. An arrow comes whipping past you and hits this thing square in the head. You are now standing there, axe in hand. You are on fire with one arm, so you do take some damage, 2 points. So you've got napalm on your arm. The fire around your feet and everything, you're far enough away. Actually, no, all the acid would have been scraped towards. Oh dear, that's a point. Right, okay, yeah. When this tail went whipping across the floor, it scraped the napalm and acid out towards the kitchen area and against the wall. So you are not in a flame area, but you are now ready to take whatever action you want to take. You are within charging distance if you vaulted the table to hit it with a charge attack if you wanted to, but that will mean that you're in a room with it on your own, and also Pobster can't take a shot over your shoulder. Ideally, you probably want a missile weapon, or you want to go and help Iron, who's being crushed by the door as it's being pulled in.
I'm going to try and take my axe and cut through the table.
Take your axe and what to the table?
Cut through.
Cut through the table.
Cut through the table. Oh, okay. Didn't see that one coming. Roll me a hit. Difficulty 10.
AC of table.
Mm-hmm.
What's the table's HP?
It's going to be at least. Actually, I do know that it's 22.
Holy crap! Tables
It's a
have
sturdy
HP.
ass table.
It's a 2-inch wooden table. It's thicker than the door.
That table's tougher than I am.
Have you ever seen a barroom table? I mean that is to absolutely reduce it to splinters, though.
No, he got a 9.
You swing your axe, miss the table, and hit the floor, which cracks. Your axe. Roll me the damage that you would have done to the floor. If you get over 5 points of damage, your axe is stuck in the floor as it embeds itself in the floor, and you'll have to take an action to pull it out. Otherwise, it's not stuck in the floor, and you've got a free. You can take it out as a free action this turn.
I'll tell you what I didn't expect today. I didn't expect to attack a floor during the session.
That's
I
a
didn't
9.
expect 9 points of damage. Okay, you are very impressive how deep you've cleaved into this floor. If you'd hit the table, you probably would have cut a few of the boards in half, because 22 hit points on it is to reduce it to splinters. It's not to sort of like cut a chunk out of it. But you have stuck your axe into the floor behind it, therefore wedging the door in place at this moment, which is fun, but not helpful. The acid, luckily, that this table has pulled in towards the door. Iron, it is now your turn. This door is being... I keep saying door, I mean table. Bloody table. For table from now on, please read table, not door. Is being pulled against you. You feel vibrations through it as what you guess may have been an axe, as one of your party heroically tried to cleave the table in two to reduce the pressure. But what's more on your mind is the tidal wave of acid and napalm that got pulled in front of the table. You're not in it at the moment as such, but it is oozing near you.
Don't whack the table, you fools! Pull it away from me.
You could make a strength roll to try and sort of pop yourself out of this thing.
Yeah, I was about to ask. Can I still act, sort of?
Yes. I mean, you are going to be crushed by this table sooner or later if you don't get out from it. But you can do whatever you like. I'm not going to tell you what you have to do. Definitely.
Hang on. Read. Well, I'm going to try and get out.
Roll me a d20, please. Strength.
Yes. A 4 total.
What was your actual roll? Wasn't a 1, was it?
What?
What was your natural roll? You didn't roll a 1, did you, to get to 4?
No, I rolled a 2 with a +2.
2 and a 2. Right. You pop out from behind this table, because that's low enough. You try and squeeze, and you pop out, and you are no longer being crushed. You are in the kitchen, though. You pushed yourself forward rather than up. That was your move action, so I'm going to let you have your attack action.
Well, I can't really. Well, I can hit the table, but that's not going to do much good.
You could use do a bonus action and vault the table to go back into the other room, just with a dex roll.
I'll climb over the table. I can try.
Okay, make me a dexterity roll because you're under pressure. Just straight dex.
11.
11. You are on the right side of the table.
Like the side that's not between the wall and the table.
That's it. Yeah, you're in the main room. But you're standing in front of the doorway now. But you're quite short, so you're incredibly short, aren't you, for a dwarf? Aren't you? Did we say?
What?
How short are you?
4'4".
Oh, okay. Yeah. So in actual fact, vaulting over this table was quite a mean feat, actually.
Yeah, I was thinking of more like vaulting underneath the table.
Oh no, it's against the floor. That's why it poured all the acid in front of it. You've dived over the table. Everyone can see you, but you're no taller than it, so everyone can see over it. You are now face to face with Video, who is definitely trying to pull his axe out from the floorboards where it's jammed. He's going to be able to do it. It's not going to be a hardship, but he's looking a little red faced. Crow, it's your go.
Do I have a line of sight on the horse?
Oh yeah.
If I attack it with its acid splash iron.
No, Iron is now protected by the table. The only person it could probably splash, and I'd want to roll a d20 here and get a 20 on it, is Video.
Okay, I'll attack it.
Okay. Heavy crossbow?
Yep.
Fire your heavy crossbow, sir.
$13.
13. This thing explodes. it just pops. It's like a balloon when
No,
you hit it.
13 to hit.
Oh, okay. No, that's not good enough. Sorry.
Don't miss.
Yeah. Your quarrel goes flying over its head, but as you all now know, it only had 10 hit points because obviously that would have damaged it. You are quite aware that it's now in a bad way. Obviously, all the smoke and everything that's gathering in this room has put your aim off. We are now going towards horsey attack. The horse is going to try and kick the table.
Isn't its thing still stuck in the table?
Yes, but it's going to try and kick the table as it's just seen two people on the other side of it. It can withdraw that pseudopod at any time. It's just goop. It's just only like a jelly. It got total control over it. Right, 2 attack. Oh dear. On a 20, it smacks this table, knocking Video and Iron flying behind it. The table shatters into splinters, and the horse, as its move action, moves into the room. So now its 4/4 are through the door. Which passes us on to Piggles. This horse has basically, from where you're standing, you backed off when the acid splashed, has just moved next to you.
Son of a bitch.
But
Where
it
is
is
that
looking
flower
at the
at this
people
point?
who have damaged it so far, which isn't you.
So I have a question.
Mhm.
Where's the flower at this point?
Behind the bar with Crow.
Okay, I'm gonna try and hit this thing with my sword again.
Okay, D20. Plus your strength modifier.
1 again.
A natural 1.
No, 3
Oh.
and then -2.
Okay. You go to slash it with your sword, and instead you definitely give it a wee haircut on the mane. You've quite a short back and sides. No damage. You just waft your sword vaguely at it whilst probably covering your face, trying not to hit it. The horse is amused.
At least I didn't reveal to Dingle like I did with the giant.
Pobza. The table explodes in front of you, pushing Video and Iron back into the room. The horse has advanced into it. Piggles has just waved his sword in a vague, wafty motion at it. He might have been casting a spell. Maybe you're not quite sure, but it wasn't an attack. You are standing. You had backed up, so luckily you was nowhere near the table and nowhere near the acid, and you are standing there.
Does the horse look winded? Does it look fine? What is it? Can I tell anything from this horse?
Make me a perception roll as the ranger. Yes, you may make me a perception roll, D20 plus perception and any, if not, wisdom modifier.
I don't see anything.
Yep.
I got a 5. Well, I got a 7.
Okay. It's got an arrow in it, and it definitely looks like it's deflating from the acid that's pouring out of this well, it's not pouring out anymore. It's dribbling out of this pseudopod. It looks like what's keeping it upright is the pressure of the fact that of the acid that's inside it. It's not looking that good though. It's looking saggy.
I guess I'm gonna shoot another arrow at this thing.
Oh yeah. Also, you take 3 points of damage from the acid on your face, and you get to shoot an arrow at it. But you've got no bonuses on it. It's a straight D20 because of the feeling of your nose melting off at this moment in time.
Oh, that sucks.
And you'll never grow a beard without one sort of stripe on the side of it.
I missed. Got a I got a 6 because no bonuses.
No problem. Your arrow thunks into the wall and sticks there. Video.
I guess I'm not gonna move.
You're not going to. No worries. Video. This table has just pushed you backwards. You've still got your axe in your hand. You're going to need to take a. You can either take a move action to roll out the way or a move action to stand up. But either way, you have been pushed away from this horse. But you are within swinging distance if you needed to.
I'll swing at it.
Right. As the fighter, you're used to combat. Every time you pierce this thing, acid has come out. Are you going to swing with the blade of your axe, or are you going to try something different, maybe with the flat of the axe? It's like a big fly swatter.
I'll fly swat this horse.
Make me a D20 roll. Standard hit roll.
Plus the strength.
Yep, plus your strength.
That's a 9.
9. That in total, that's not including everything. You've got a straight 9.
That's with his strength. That's.
Oh,
that's
right.
his total.
Okay. You twist your axe round so it's flat and smack it straight on the front of its front quarters. You see the vibrations going through the jelly as it's like little waves around the area, but it doesn't look like it's affected it too bad. It's almost as if the acid jelly inside it has deadened the impact. A little bit of acid comes spluting out of the pseudopod on its side where it had been ripped off, but it doesn't attack anyone. So we shall leave that one there. As you made, there's a huge slapping sound, which is quite nice, which makes you feel good about yourself, but it didn't do any damage. Iron, your turn. You have sprawled across the floor as this table gets pushed back towards you. You, same as with video, you can take a move action to get up, but then, or you either take a move action to get up or move action to roll away. If you get up, then you can attack. If you roll away, obviously, you're not going to be in a position to do a hand-to-hand attack or anything. The horse is in the room. Video is quite close, as is Piggles.
I get up and I retreat, most heroically.
And bravely run away.
Well,
not
quite running, but at least get behind the others.
Okay. So you're just going to retreat backwards. Are you keeping an eye on the horse as you retreat, or are you turning around, facing the wall, and doing a full-fledged retreat?
Yeah, it's just retreating. I don't do anything else other than just.
Okay, roll me a D20, please.
20.
What, natural 20?
Yes.
Excellent. You do not hear any fizzing or anything. You've managed to definitely. You do realise that you have stopped on the edge of this acid pool where of the other horse, which is bubbling through the floor at the moment. And you are away. Crow, it's your turn. You have that free action thing that allows you to load your bow straight away, so you can have your bow ready to go.
Where is everyone else in proximity to this horse?
Piggles and Video are on the left and right of it. Pobza has retreated against backwards, as has Iron. Missy retreated ages ago.
I'm going to turn to my comrades and I'm going to say, "Stop missing!" And then I'm going to use command on the horse. I'm going to command it to halt.
Okay. It looks bemused and loses its attack this round.
Yeah, subject stands in place for 1 round. It may not take any actions, but is not considered helpless.
Yep. The pseudopod that was on its shoulder that was about to turn into a hammer plops limply to its side. And that means that the horse misses action, so we
Are
go...
you not going to roll for it? If it
No,
beats DC 15, it can actually...
I was just going to let it go, to be honest, but if you want me for it, I shall do.
Come on, it's fun.
Yeah, it pseudopod drops limply to its side. I was just going to let it go, to be honest, but here you go. If it had gone wrong, whoever died next could have blamed Crow. Oh, there you go, but I'm nice. Piggles, it is your go. You are standing next to this thing. Your eyes widened as this huge pseudopod turned into a solid lump, looking like it was going to smack down on your head with full force. And it just flops limply to its side. If anything, the horse looks docile suddenly. You
Third
hear
tries
Crow
to
yelling at you
charm.
to get... Sorry?
Third tries to charm with the sword.
Right, roll a hit roll.
6.
Right. I have this vision of you sort of with your arm out straight, looking the other way, waving your sword at it in a vague sort of keep away motion. You manage to sort of slap your sword against the side of it, doing no damage. It's a very weak attack. But no, unfortunately, that's not good enough. And we move on to Pobza. All right, you can move
Can
away.
I just add some exposition here? From
Yes.
behind him, he hears a slapping sound as I face palm.
Hey, we're making progress.
We're getting you have got a move action if you want to move away from it, by the way. I don't want to sort of end your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna move away.
You can move back behind the bar if you like. You're in that sort of range.
Yeah, sure, let's do that.
Okay, you join Crow behind the bar. Crow and the pop lump. And we're on to Video, who is standing there with his axe in hand.
I didn't. You skipped me.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, I apologise, Pobza. Yes, go on. Your action.
If I were to walk up to the horse, there's not fire or acid in my way, is there?
There's a little bit of acid, but it's splashing on the floor. It's not enough. Actually, that's a good point. Take 3 points of damage from the acid on your face.
God dang it, man. All right. Then I'm gonna, I guess, run up to the horse and try to stab it with the longsword.
Okay. You do a charge attack. Roll me 1d20 and add your strength to it as you draw your brand new longsword.
Natural one!
Right. Okay. Someone roll me a d4.
I got you. Oh, or
1 to 2, Pobza. 3 to 4,
2.
Video. 2. Right. You draw your sword, charge forward, and fall flat on the floor, skidding. So you're in front of this horse. You're now prone in front of it. Luckily, you don't kebab Video on the way through, but you're face down in front of it at the moment. So next round, I wish this was 5th edition because I could give it advantage next round, but so if it survives this round, you are flat on the floor in front of it. Now, Video, your turn. You're aware of the elf comes flying, or the half elf comes flying past you and just sprawls on the floor. Looks like he may have been trying to take the legs out of it.
Just going to hit the horse again with the slapping axe.
Roll me that d20, please, sir.
Oh! Oh, it's a natural 20!
Excellent. Double damage. So roll your damage and times it by 2, please. Actually, don't bother, because it's double damage. I think that's...
What if he rolls a 1?
Yeah, basically, you don't want to roll 2 1s, I think. So the natural 1 is followed by the natural 20. This is how it should go.
It's a 14.
14. Right. You smack your great axe into it. At the last second, you yell flame on and it bursts into fire. It hits this thing with such force that you explode the goo out of its backside with the force. The goo goes spraying into the kitchen, and this thing just deflates in front of you and flops to the floor in a huge mess. Underneath it, you can see through it as it's sort of like deflated on top of the elf who's lying on the floor. But with the force of the blow, you have shot its insides at its backside, and it dies.
Hurrah!
Woo!
And you can have a round of looking smug.
I will dust myself off.
Pobza, you're pinned to the floor underneath this sort of saggy body.
Is it heavy? Is the deflated horse heavy?
It's incredibly heavy. It's like
Oh, good.
It's like being under a huge rubber tarp.
Isn't it also leaking acid onto you?
No, that's on the natural 20. The acid all came out the back.
Ah.
I can't be that evil.
Can I crawl out or try to push my way out?
Make me a strength roll.
Okay. Oh, yeah! That's a 2, so that's a 5.
Okay, you sort of wiggle round, and what you've actually managed to do is the horse's head, which was slowly deflating and flopping to one side, now flops full down and adds half again the weight that's on top of you. You've got 2 little legs sticking out the back and 2 little arms sticking out the side, wobbling as you are trying to desperately sort of shuffle underneath it. Initiatives are over because combat's over, so everyone can now come out from their various hidey holes and either point and laugh or help Pobza, who is stuck underneath this horse.
Well, what I would like to do is I would like to grab 2 of the harshest looking spirits that I can find behind the bar.
Yep.
Walk over to Pobza, take out the cork, and pour one over his face.
You can't. He's underneath this fleshy mound of the horse.
Then I will pour one over myself because I still have acid burns.
Oh, I will just want to say, spirits are acid, but I believe beer is alkali.
The spirit should wash it away though because it's lesser acid.
Yes, yeah, okay, I can go along with that. Right, you're pouring spirits over yourself. No one is surprised by this.
I can't see anything.
Can I try and help him with my -2 on strength?
No, you're too busy having a spirit bird bath at this moment in time, and
Cool.
probably loving every minute of it. It is at this point you took so much acid damage that you realise that you are effectively naked at the back. Acid has eaten away what you'd have had as undergarments, or you had some sort of like cloaky thing on. Also, some of your feathers have gone as well.
And everyone sees the grey feathers now.
Yes. Right. Video, you are standing there. You can see Pobza thrashing around underneath this sort of like flabby skin of this thing.
To laugh at him.
Yeah. Right. Okay, so as well as spelling smug, you are now taking laughing at the afflicted. Right. No worries. That is evil but fine. Aaron, you pick yourself up. Everyone has picked themselves up and dusting themselves off. What on earth is that?
I feel like this is how I feel under the horse right now.
Yeah, that is a rough. Yeah, that lying horizontally face down is how you feel. Do you want to make another roll to try and get out from underneath it? Because no one is rushing forward to help
I'd love to. I'd love to try and get out. Yeah, sure.
I just like how everyone's rushed forward to help you. The only thing that's happened to you is someone wanted to pour a beer over your face and another one wanted to laugh at you.
19.
19. You push yourself backwards and sort of slowly gain purchase to pull yourself out from underneath this thing. as you do, as it's a 19, as you do, you notice that the last bit of acid sort of pours out from underneath it, and where you were would have been covered in acid in a couple of seconds. So you get out just in time. Sit rep now. Anyone who has taken acid damage has taken where they've been hit has melted away. If you have acid damage on your face, I want you to roll a d4 and take that off your charisma until you can find some sort of healing or regeneration. I'm going to assume Crow is going to go around pouring beer or various spirits on people to try and nullify the effects of the acid from now on. He's probably got a little tear coming down his face as he pours various spirits over people to nullify this acid and wash it away.
Hang on. Do I also take a -3 to charisma?
No, you're ugly already. Yes, you should already also take that because you have taken horrendous acid damage to your as well, haven't you? It's anyone who has taken acid damage. When I made this encounter, I made it after you started burning everything. This would have been so much easier if you'd actually tried to burn it.
Oh, good. With the beak, my charisma is now 3.
Children cry past them.
We are 2 hours into this live stream, and we have fought horses. That's what we've done.
And the
Wait, Luke,
table was the toughest one
rephrase,
out
Luke.
of all of us.
I know! We lost our new tank! Damn it!
Get the table back.
I want to rephrase what you said. We fought a horse and a horse's ass.
Yeah.
I think my laptop just died.
Alright. Well, I don't know about anybody else, but, boy, howdy, I need another rest. God dang it.
Can I search around for something to wear? Because I'm
There are
Donald
various-
Ducking it right now.
You can find a Hessian sack that was full of beans that you can cut a hole in and make a wrap thing out of. At this moment, the front door has got a pool of acid in front of it. The door leading out the back has got a pool of acid all over it. You are in this room that has got burning acid in front of both the entrances. Well, actually, no, you've got an exit through to the kitchen, but the kitchen door, that has absolutely been splashed with acid.
Okay.
The front door has been broken in, and you can see the miasma slowly sort of oozing over the floor and into this room.
So we need to go. I'm just going to turn to everybody and be like, alright, I don't know about
Who's
you guys,
for a short
but
rest? Yeah.
Can I quickly search for loot?
For what?
For loot, if there is any loot to be taken.
Oh yeah, because the ogre melted, but it had loot on it. So do the horses have loot on them?
The only one that was actually in any position to sort of keep its loot is the one that Video smacked the arse off of it, and that has got its horses tacked, the bit and bridle on it. But they are the horses that you took into town and then heartlessly abandoned and have been chasing you ever since. They were your horses.
Okay, what?
Who have been loyal for years, pulling your carts as you went about your daily drudge, and that you then abandoned in the village or in the town.
I could have swore, it doesn't matter now, but I could have swore Charlotte says she took the horses with her when we left.
No, you went. I actually, because I remembered that one quite clearly, saying, "Are you taking anything?" And you just all ran.
He's right. We did. We ran.
Yes.
Oh, okay. If I've got an actual cantrip called mending, can I use mending on my my clothes to mend them?
There's not much. They have been. That would be like sort of sticking your sword together or something like that. It's.
Okay.
The days are too far gone.
Hessian sack it is.
Okay. You might have actually sort of set up a trend here of the logo T-shirt because it's got beans written on it. The first ever logo T-shirt. The miasma is creeping in through this door. It's curling round things.
I would like to flee.
There are only 2 entrances to this door. Remember, this is like a fortified area. The one.
So the miasma's coming through the front door, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Are there windows?
I'd like to. There's another. That too.
Let me just describe where you are. You're in a large room. To the north is the secure storeroom. There are no windows in there, or there is no windows in this place. There are a couple of arrow slits, but no windows. The walls are 3 feet thick, solid rock. You had to the west is a door where there is a big puddle of acid, and also the miasma coming through. The only other exit is the door to the east, which leads to the kitchen. That is not blocked, but as you go through the kitchen, there's a large door to the east wall. That is where the horse's arse hit. So that has got huge puddles of acid round it. But in that room, there is another room which you haven't investigated yet in the north wall, which was a storeroom.
I want to push a table over where the acid is, and then we could just walk over the table.
In the west wall, that one?
The one leading into the kitchen.
Oh, yeah. No, there's no acid in that around that. Well, not very little. Yep, you walk through there. There is definitely a thin door, like a small interior door leading into the storeroom in the north wall.
Can I go with him? And I'd like to investigate the storeroom.
Okay, you open the door. This is it's a standard storeroom. This is where you would go to find the trade goods that people are sending up and down the road before loading on. It's full of racks of sort of foodstuffs, wine bottles full of wine, obsidian sticks that are ready to be turned into the various products. Some of them be turned into wine bottles, some of them be turned into knives, that sort of thing. Anything that they could carve obsidian in. There is also a well up against one wall, which is a proper full well with the bucket on a rope leading down. But apart from that, there is no other exits out of here.
There's no healing potions or anything. No, there isn't. But there's plenty of ingredients. If you had an alchemist or something who might be able to do something.
I'll take some of the wine, and can I investigate the well a bit more thoroughly?
Okay. Right, you pick up some of the bottles of wine and then make your way over to the well. Iron, what are you doing?
Well, I'm having a drink. Because I see, if I'm not mistaken, I've mostly taken, crushing damage, not acid.
Yep. Yes, that's true.
So, I think I'll let it heal for now if we're going to have some rest. But yeah, I need a stiff drink. And so does our feathery friend.
Okay, you are aware that Crow has wandered off. So at the moment, you're still in the main room. So are you following them, or are you staying in the main room?
I'm staying to make a drink and then I'm following them.
Okay, you are really aware of this miasma coming in. Missy, I'm going to say, has joined everyone else in the storeroom. That leaves Piggles and Video.
I'd like to jump down the well.
Piggles is going down the well.
Video.
Oh, Video's. You're not sure how low it goes down to hit water, but yeah, you look down the well. One sec. Sorry. Hello.
Hi.
What's the matter?
Just kidding.
My family is vaguely yelling at each other for some reason, and I'm unaware. Right. The well is a stone-rimmed well. It's got a bucket on a pole over it with a long, sturdy rope leading down. You can't see from here in this light how deep this well is.
Can I? I have low light vision.
You are aware that the water, you can see something rippling down there. It's probably only about 15 feet down towards the water.
Going in.
You're going in. Are you just going to jump down, or are you going to lower yourself down, or
Just
I mean,
jumping in.
you're just jumping in? Did I hear that right? You're just jumping in.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Roll me a d20. Just don't fumble this.
God damn it.
What did you get? Did you roll me a? What did you get on your d20 roll? A 4. Okay. You splash down in the bottom and come up ankle deep in water. Your knees give way and you're now under water. It's freezing cold, but feels good against your burns and everything. So that's a plus. That is your action. Now you stand up and it's dark.
Can I
Pitch
cast?
black.
Can I cast light down the well?
One thing I would say, remember that I said the lights in, there is no natural light in here. Everything's done by orbs, which are attached to walls. You could take one of those and throw it down with it for him.
No, I mean I have light as a cantrip.
Okay. What are you casting it on? Are you casting it on, because it has to be cast sort of on an object. So you could cast it on his helmet or on his eye, one on his face if you wanted to be really evil.
Yeah, I'll cast it on his face.
He won't be able to see a thing.
That's fine.
Okay. Video. It feels like you've looked at the sun. You are bathed in light. I mean, maybe you've died and you're on your way to Valhalla. You're not sure, but you are blinded at this moment. Splashing around, and light has just, your whole world now is light. You've got no idea really what's happened, apart from you went under the water, you came out, and you are now, it is blinding light in your face. You can't see a thing. You're aware that the last thing that happened is you went under the water. Maybe you died. And that is the light, that is the tunnel that you need to follow to get to Valhalla. Next,
I'm gonna.
Oh,
go ahead.
oh yeah, go on.
Go ahead. I'm gonna look at Crow and laugh, and then just kind of go, "Shall we?" And then I fall into the well as well.
Right, you dive into the well. Roll me a d20. You can see that what's down there now quite clearly.
That is an 8.
An 8, that's good enough. You land next to Video, and by the light of Video's face, who is, he looks ecstatic because he's looking round to see his forefathers and who all died in battle, waiting there to greet him, but they're not there, and this look of disappointment is now coming over his face. You can look round. This well is fed by a tunnel. The water is only sort of 3 foot deep. It's not deep at all, and it's flowing into this well. The tunnel then leads off in a, and I'll be nice about this, in a sort of northeasterly direction. And it is crystal clear water. I mean, it is pure water. This is drinking water.
I'm gonna yell up to Crow. Are you coming, or are you guys going a different way?
I'm going to use my racial ability glide. I'm going to glide down into the well. I'm not going to fall.
No worries. I will make you roll a d20 just to make sure you don't fumble. That's all I'm wondering. Because it's getting a little crowded in there now.
19.
19. Not only do you glide down there, but you then sort of do an airborne landing, a graceful swan onto the water, down one of the a little way down the side tunnels. You float for a second, then gently your feet touch the floor. How tall are you?
4'4".
Okay, it's sort of up to your collarbones, but it feels so clean and fresh.
Oh, also, I'm going to dip my face in that.
Oh, yeah.
Just to
Same.
finish cleaning off the acid and everything.
Okay. Yes, you dip your face in there, regain 1 charisma as you touch the blessed waters.
Do I regain 1 charisma as well?
Oh, yeah, it's your bum and everything that was acid burned. Yes, you gain 1 back as well.
So now I'm at 4 charisma, not 3.
Yeah. Also, you're getting some light from the iron stone that's whipping around your head as well, aren't
Oh, yeah, so I'll be fine
you? Yeah.
in a few
So
days.
eventually, you'll be fully healed in a day or so.
I'm going to scream up the well to the others just so that they kind of know where we are.
Okay. You look up and just about to yell, "We're down," and you can see something falling towards you. A slight a slight shape yelling, "Catch me!" comes in a feminine voice, is hurtling towards you.
I panic.
Oh, you're fine. You're down the tunnel a little bit.
I
It's
still
just
panic.
okay.
So I need to make some sort of save.
Yeah, you can make a reflex save to catch or dodge.
I'll
so does video.
I'll try and catch.
Okay.
So this is strength or dex for that?
It'd be dex.
Oh boy, 8.
Right.
No, 9.
Right, you hold out your arms to catch Charlotte as she comes plummeting down the well, and you miss. Totally. She lands behind you with a splash and disappears underneath the water. By the light of your face, video, what are you doing?
For my grandfather's, and wondering why I'm still hearing my friends' voices. I am very, very terrified.
Okay. Make me... actually, no. Someone make me a D20 roll. Someone not video.
14.
14. That's good enough. Right. What I'm going to say is you have now come to the conclusion that you have not been taken through to Valhalla. Obviously, you have been chosen to stay here for a higher purpose. You can still hear all your friends and colleagues. And in your dazed state, you think that you're being here for a higher purpose. You may now have the dice of destiny. So you get to re-roll 1 D20 roll if you fail. So the dice of inspiration is yours.
As comes to this realization, can I then take light off him and cast it on like my holy symbol or something, so I can use it as a torch?
Oh yeah. You can, as the caster, you can go and pick the spell up in your hand and take it off.
I'll do that.
Right, Piggle, video. You can see again, and you're surrounded by your friends. I haven't actually asked Piggles what he's doing yet. Piggles, what are you doing?
You are at the moment. The well?
Okay, you dive down the well. Roll me a d20.
Wait, I got a question.
Oh yeah, sure.
Can I do a front flip so it looks cooler?
Oh yeah, roll me a d20 and for the plummeting and coolness of this jump.
Okay. I got 10.
Okay, you try and do a front flip, and smack your head against the wall, but no one notices that you've fudged it up as you land feet first in it. It's not the coolness you thought it was going to be, but luckily no one noticed you fudge it up, so you managed to do it. Crow, you take the spell off of Video's face, and the first thing Video sees once his eyes clear is the party gathered round him, apart from Iron. This is obviously why you've been called back by your ancestors to protect this bunch of idiots. Iron, you are on your own at the moment after taking drinks and things like that and generally healing. The miasma has made its way into the room. I want you to roll me initiative, please.
Oh dear. 12.
Punch that fog! You show that fog who's boss.
Kill the
Blow,
fog.
blow on it.
I got a 12.
Right, that's not good enough, I'm afraid. That's your initiative. You're aware of a whooshing sound, as if something heavy hurtling through the air. Then you're aware of the crunching sound. Then you're aware of the 4 points of damage as the clubbed hand smacks you at the back, straight on your shoulders. You turn round to see this huge, misshapen thing behind you that may have once time been a dragonborn. It's all goopy and mangled and missing one arm and a wing. The lips and skin are hanging off the head and everything. It looks like it's been melted. And it has just smacked you on the back of the head and it's rearing its arm back. The arm has actually got a big brass hook on it. And this thing has entered the room in the miasma whilst you're stood there. On your own.
Well,
It's
I
next round.
suggest
It's your action.
I sprint after the others now.
Okay.
Not making sure to keep the drinks with me.
Right.
Priority.
You scoop up the bottles and dive out the room. This thing is going to give chase. What is your dexterity? Because that also corresponds to your speed.
14 or +2, whatever.
Good enough. You get out ahead of it. You scoot round the corner and just in time to see Piggles deftly dive down the well. And this thing is right behind you. You can almost smell the fetid breath on your back. But the well is in sight. It's within jumping distance.
I go for it.
Okay, you're going to jump down. Roll me a d20 for the jump down the well. Has anyone moved off down the side tunnels yet, or are you all just standing at the bottom apart from Crow?
16.
I'm standing there, but I think Crow moved off.
I moved off. Hell yes, I moved off.
I don't know what Charlotte's doing. You kind of have control.
Charlotte's moved off as well. She's dusted herself out. Well, has you dusted yourself off in water? Dripped herself
Yeah, I
off.
was cleaning myself.
Yeah.
So I'm still there.
Still there. Okay, so Video, Piggles, and Pobza are still there. As Iron swan dives down this thing. Are you yelling anything as you come down, Iron, or you just...
Catch the bottles.
You hear the phrase of catch the bottles and look up and see the dwarf with his barrel heading towards you at a rate of knots. You have chance for one action each.
Would I get crushed if I tried to catch him?
You can try and catch him. Who's trying to catch him? Anyone? Apart from Bob's?
I guess just me.
Just roll me that d20.
Oof. 19.
19.
No, 21.
You catch him by the shoulders and gently lower him into the water, whilst with your other hand you catch a bottle that's fallen down.
I'm going to just hand him the bottle.
Okay, this looked incredibly cool, much cooler than Piggles jumped down there. You've managed to catch the dwarf. You're all now down the bottom of this well. There is it's like a little stream, this water that's running underground through natural caverns. The cavern leads off to the northeast and then off just pure south, which you know would be leading towards Trade Town. And the well you would have had to use to try and get water to put the inn out at the bottom. So it's a bit of symmetry there for you.
I'm sorry. I think I misunderstood. So there's two paths. There's one towards Trade Town and one away.
That's it. Yeah. So it's a stream. You're in. These wells are built just over the top of the stream.
So
it's an underground stream.
We should just move away from Trade Town.
I mean, I don't know about the rest of them, but I'm not heading back to Trade Town, so I'm walking the other way.
You start, as a party, you start sloshing down this stream. You have a light spell for a way, but most of you can see in the dark anyhow. And you go along for a few hours. Nothing really happens. You're getting wet. I mean, you might be getting trenched foot. Iron, as a dwarf, you are used to being underground and navigating. Make me an intelligence roll.
Can I roll to assist as a ranger or no?
What's your favoured favoured land?
Mountains.
Mountains. Mountains, caves. Yes, you can make an assessment, a roll as well.
Keep in mind, I traded my I traded away my expertise with stones and tunnels for the ability to smell gold.
Actually, that might work just as well. Yes. Okay. Pomson, make me a D20 roll.
And what would I add for this? Intelligence?
Just intelligence, yeah.
Okay.
I got a 12.
20.
20. Right. But Pomson, you are sure the distance you've walked, because you've walked under some of these wells along your journey, under these various places. The well you're coming up to will be the well for the chapel. And Iron, you can smell the gold from this chapel. This is a dwarf chapel. This thing is full of gold. It's probably got gold taps, gold-plated toilet seat, golden altar. Everything is probably gold in this thing. And not only you can smell it, you can taste it from this distance. And
do we see a shaft of light anywhere leading up to it?
You can see a shaft. The top of it is covered over at the moment. What it's covered over by, you don't know, but it is definitely the well shaft. And we might have to call it soon because my family are going to bed.
That's fine.
Yes.
We can try to get up in here or whatever and call it.
If we leave it here, this is a good place to call it. As you're at the bottom of the well, we're at your destination, and then start at your destination, getting in there next term.
Yeah, that works.
Okay. Whoa.
Unless somebody has something they absolutely want to do right now.
I want to have a drink.
I want to pet my flower.
Okay.
Right, Piggles, you're aware that you didn't pick the flower up when everyone left, but you're quite surprised to hear this splashing behind you and see the flower floating in its pot, paddling up behind you, enthusiastically. Somehow it has got into the stream.
The fuck?
It's using its little legs to paddle along.
That's my boy. I taught him well.
You taught him to swim. Nice one.
I had to do something on that 3 months vacation.
Right. And you pet him, and it looks satisfied, as much as a pot plant can look satisfied.
Alrighty then.
And I enjoyed that. Nice one, guys.
Good horse fight, everybody.
Yeah. Right, and I think that is where we shall call it an end.
We missed a golden opportunity. We could have hung our horses.
What?
God dang it. God dang it.
And on that note...
What a reference.
Oh, dear God, why?
All right, everybody. So thank you all so much for watching. Crow, Iron, Piggles, Video, and, of course,
Luke.
Ogre. Thank you all for joining us, or joining me again for this.
And we'll see you again in less than 3 months.
Yes. We will continue this in the future. This was episode 3 of The Common Company. And yeah, we got some stuff done. And by stuff done, I mean we jumped in a well and killed some horses.
And almost died about 5 times.
Yeah.
So if you know
Hey,
someone
we
cool,
didn't-
I'm
We
still getting
almost
drunk
went the
to
whole
death.
episode. We almost went the whole episode without catching something on fire.
this is the problem though. I expected you to burn everything. Every episode, you've taken every opportunity to burn something. The one time where burning something would have been useful, probably would have been the great thing to do. You didn't do it.
The explosive
Oh,
river
well.
worked well.
Yeah,
I mean, Iron tried. He threw some fire bottles at it.
yeah, and that's when he was doing double damage to it.
And Video tried to murder both of us.
That's true. Yes. Oh dear God, that was good.
All right. So, thank you all so much for watching. Just a reminder, tomorrow there is not going to actually be a stream. I have a doctor's appointment. So,
Just
Hope
stream
you all have a
from
wonderful-
the doctor's office.
I'll stream my doctor's appointment. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Again, thank you all for joining. And
Bye.
stay awesome, everybody.
Don't tell me what
Bye-bye.
to do.